Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. This is your favorite health coach, Pharmacist Waba Yakubu. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel and hit on the bell notification icon so that anytime I release new videos, you'll be notified. So today I want to talk to some special group of people, my friends who have been trying to lose weight but have been struggling or have been doing it but without any tangible results. Today, I want to tell you the reason why you have not been able to achieve any tangible result and how you can fix that problem such that in this year 2025, you can achieve tangible results as well as beating your health goals so that you remain fit. Because actually maintaining a healthy body mass index is one of the requirements for being medically fit. So without much ado, let's quickly dive in. So one of the reasons why you have been struggling in your journey of losing weight is because you have been doing it the wrong way. So a lot of people believe that if they exercise or if they engage in a lot of physical activity, then they are going to lose weight. Well, exercise helps, but if you rely on exercise alone, definitely you are not going to achieve any tangible results. Exercise, it has to be combined with other approaches. It's only in that way that you are going to lose weight. The reason is because when you exercise and then you eat the wrong type of food, what is coming to the system will overwhelm or will counter any benefit that you have derived from exercising. So that is the reason why by exercise alone, you are not going to achieve anything tangible. There are those that have also tried dieting in addition to exercise, but even at that, they still have not achieved any tangible results. The reason is because even with the dieting, they were still doing it the wrong way. When you restrict your dietary intake, or you take only the right food, but then after some time you come back and you take the wrong food in an amount that counters all the benefit that you could have derived from taking the right type of food or restricting your dietary intake, then definitely you are not going to achieve any tangible result. So today I want to tell you how you can fix that, and hopefully when you do that, you are going to achieve a tangible result. So how do you fix this challenge? The number one thing you need to consider when you are trying to lose weight is to look at your diet. You need to tinker or you need to modify your eating pattern, your diet. What do you need to do? You need to take away carbohydrate and sugars from your food. Take them by as much as 90 to 95%. Once you are able to do that, then you are going to begin to lose weight. What happens is that the body requires certain amount of energy to support cell functions or to support the functions of vital organs, to supply energy and to supply energy for the body. Now, when you eat, especially the kind of food we eat in Africa that is heavily laden with carbohydrates, when you eat, it's going to supply the body with more than the energy that the body needs for, for its functions. Now, when the body now utilizes what has been supplied to it, the rest is then stored. Like in the case of carbohydrate, it is stored as glycogen in the liver and in the skeletal muscle as well as the adipose tissue. Now, the liver is the primary organ for storage, but the challenge with the liver is a very limited store, meaning that it will only contain few amount of the glycogen. The same thing happens with the skeletal muscle store. So the bulk of the storage actually takes place in the adipose tissue. So once the liver is exhausted, the skeletal muscle is filled up, the body begins to store the excess sugar as fats in the adipose tissue. Now this explains the reason why you see people begin to add weight. And if that system continues, you begin to add weight till you become overweight, and it continues that way till you become obese, which is actually not good for you because obesity is a risk factor for several lifestyle diseases. Now, in trying to fix that, you have to take just the amount of energy that the body needs to support vital cell functions. Once you are able to do that, that means that there will be no excess that the body needs to store in adipose tissue, which will lead to accumulation of fats and addition of weight on the individual. But determining that is actually not that easy because that would require calorie counting, and it's not everybody that can do that. But the way to fix that is actually to carefully select the kind of food ingredients that you are going to use or what you are going to eat, and ensure that you select the ones that don't contain sugar or carbohydrate. Once you are able to separate food items that contain less sugar, not more than 5 to 10%, and then you consume only those ones, then without you even necessarily counting your calorie, you are going to start achieving results. Because what happens is that once you take in food ingredients, or you eat certain foods that contain little or no carbohydrate or sugar, there will be no glucose in the body to supply energy. Therefore, the body will have to start burning fat. It will set the body in the process of ketosis. Now, ketosis is the process whereby the body burns down fat to produce ketones, and ketones are also another form of energy for the body. Now, once you deprive the body of sugar, the body begins to burn down fat through the process of ketosis in order to generate energy. Once that process starts, then the body begins to burn down those excess fat. So you see somebody who over time has become overweight, before you know it, he begins to lose weight, because those fats, the body starts burning them down. And as soon as the body starts burning them down and it continues, the person begins to lose weight, and enough stores will now be created for more sugars to be stored. But in order not to reverse this process, the person must continue on such diets, continue eating those foods that contain little or no sugar or carbohydrate inside. Because once you begin to take the one with sugar, because glucose is more readily available than fat. So once glucose is available, the body will always utilize glucose to generate energy rather than burning down fat. So that is why you must continue in that process. Another thing that you need to do is to restrict your eating pattern. What does that mean? For example, if you take your supper by 9 p.m. and you go to bed by 10 p.m., you are just giving the body just 1 hour to burn down all the energy that you have taken to the system. The body will most likely not going to achieve that. It's very unlikely that the body can burn down all the energy that it has supplied with within 1 hour. But take for example, if you decide to eat this supper by 7 p.m. and you go to bed by 10 p.m., that is, you have given the body an extended duration of 3 hours. So the body will not be able to burn down some of the energy, calories that it has been supplied with. And again, when you wake up the following morning, you don't take your breakfast immediately. You wait till like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., giving the body another extended duration to burn down the remaining, the portion that has been stored. Because as soon as you wake up, physical activity begins and the body begins to crave for energy. So all that has been stored overnight, the body will now be forced to start drawing from it and then consuming it. So in that way, you see that all that you have taken, the body is going to utilize it before you take the next meal. But in a situation where you just wake up and by 7 a.m. you start taking breakfast, that means that portion that has been stored overnight will remain there. And that is what the body will now store as fat. And then you will now see that you will be struggling to lose weight and you will not be able to achieve results. So restricted pattern of eating is also very critical, and it will help you to ensure that whatever that you have taken, you give the body enough time to utilize the excess energy before you take the next meal. So if you practice restricted eating as well as eating only food items or foods that contain little or less carbohydrate, the combination of the two alone is enough to give you positive result. In fact, with these two alone, within 90 days, I'm assuring you can beat your weight loss goals. However, you can decide to add a third layer to it, which is exercise. Exercise helps the body to burn down sugar without even recourse to insulin. But exercise is even the least important in this journey of weight loss. But if you want to combine exercise, fine and good, you can combine exercise. So you choose an exercise schedule that is not strenuous, the one that you know that you can endure and you can stick to it, not the one that you start and then because of the strenuous nature of it, or because it's proving difficult, then you begin to default in the schedule. Choose an exercise, something as simple as brisk walking or swimming, whatever that you are good in, that you know that you can stick to it. It will help you to burn down excess sugar. So the beauty of exercise is that when you take in food and once calorie is supplied to the body, Like I explained, the body is going to utilize what it requires, then the rest will be stored. Now, if you exercise frequently, that portion that is stored, exercise is going to help you to burn it down, meaning that nothing will be stored. So that is the beauty of exercise. So you can now use exercise to burn down that portion that the body originally is supposed to store, thereby depriving the body of that energy that is going to store, which body may end up storing as fat in your adipose tissue, which will lead to addition of weight on the individual. So that is the beauty of exercise. But without exercise, you can actually achieve your goal. You can actually achieve your goal of losing weight. Exercise is not that necessary, but it is also important. So if you combine all these approaches, I assure you, you are going to beat your goal. In fact, within 60 days, you can lose 10% of your body weight. And losing 10% of your body weight is actually very, very significant. In fact, even the World Health Organization recommends that if you can lose 10%, even for those that are having chronic conditions like hypertension and diabetes, just losing 10% can actually help in your management. In fact, in some cases, for somebody that is pre-diabetic, for example, it can even reverse the entire process completely. So you see the importance of maintaining a healthy body mass index, because it will help you to stay fit and it will help you to avoid lifestyle diseases at the long run. So go and implement all that you have learned today, and it is my wish, hope and prayer for you that you achieve your weight loss goal in this year 2025, so that you can remain fit and you remain healthy. If you need help on how to select food ingredients that contain little or less carbohydrate or sugar, such that you can consume those ones in order for you to be able to lose weight, then feel free to reach out to me and I can help you with list of food ingredients, Nigerian food ingredients that you can use. Even for people who prefer to eat swallow, I know many people will now be having the difficulty that I can only eat swallows. What will I now eat if they say I should take away carbohydrate? There are still swallows that you can eat that contain little or less carbohydrate in it. We can help you with those food ingredients, and we can develop a meal plan for you that you can use, and you will not even miss the normal foods that you used to eat, because those ones will just come and replace them, and you see that they are almost the same thing. Even the snacks, there are many snacks that have been developed with ingredients that contain little or less sugar. So even those that crave flour-based foods like cakes, cookies, and the rest, biscuits, and the rest of them, you can actually replace them with the same types of food, but those that are made with ingredients that contain little or less sugar and carbohydrate in them. So when you have those ones, you see that you will achieve your weight loss goal seamlessly. So I want to see you succeed in the year 2025. Go and implement all that you have learned today. God bless you.